DJB. Welcome to Photo Critic TV, folks. Episode number 20. The big 2-0. It's not that big. If you don't already know, photocritictv.com. Click to submit. I'll have a look at your photographs. Totally free. Submit them up. If you're interested, have a look at my portfolio. www.djbworldphotography.com. Episode 20. We got 3 different entrants today. Let's get on with it. The first entrant is from Rose. Rose Laurie from Sacramento. Sacramento is in the United States, for those of you that do not know. Rose is shooting with a Canon PowerShot SD 1400 IS. That's a point and shoot. Taken in upstate New York. The time of day was approximately 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's go to the first one, Rose. Really cool photograph. Really nice photograph. This is just, the lighting here is beautiful. That's the first thing I noticed about it. It's very evenly lit and well balanced, I guess. It looks very summery. All the yellows are nice and yellow. There's not a bluey cast to it at all, and it's just a nice little scene. There's a single message, which is what we want to try and do with photographs. We want to try and give the viewer a clear image of a scene. No, what am I trying to say here?
Clear understanding.
Clear, thanks. What, you want to do this show? No, you don't. Lock it up. Later on. Now I'm going to use his word. A clear understanding of a single idea. So, that you've done well here. Nothing in this scene in your photograph to me is a distraction. Everything kind of adds to the environment, and I like it. It's just an interesting photograph. The angles as well that you've chosen of all the little different objects, the bucket, the boxes, the fact that the apples that look like as though they're spilling out of a box on the top there, it's just very interesting and it's just nice to look at. So really nice photograph. There's one thing I've just noticed here, just looking at it now. This is going to be really hard to avoid, but on that plastic wrapping on what looks like a bucket, there's a kind of a bit of a funny reflection going on there, which is, it's quite a hot spot, like a bright spot. And that I find I can kind of see that in the left of my eye as I'm investigating this photograph. So that's the only thing I can really think of there, but really cool scene, good lighting, good composition, interesting photograph, like it. Next one. Rose, so this is obviously the same place. Again, I think you've done well here to get this single idea across. Single story. You're not confusing the viewer. We know exactly what you're trying to photograph. There's no distractions. Green and growing for you. It's a nice little message. Nice photograph, nice light. Good work with the rule of thirds. We placed the horizon on the bottom third line here. Good. One thing I'd say is, because the sky is very plain, and the foreground as well, as in like the apple orchards or whatever that is in the foreground there, it kind of is a little bit disinteresting. So it's not as interesting as the first photograph you've taken, but I like what you're doing here. Compositionally speaking, this is great. I really like this one. Again, things that would make this more interesting, if you had maybe a single person in the front there, or if we had some more action with the clouds, so a little bit more dramatic cloud line, that'd be good. Apart from that, I like it. Rose, third photograph. That means it's time for Aaron. You know what we do here, folks. OTB on photograph 3 with Aaron. Aaron's that guy who you can't see. And believe me, you're good for that.
Whatever.
Just waiting for a reaction. OTB on photograph 3. Aaron, never seen this photograph before. Off the bat, that's what OTB stands for, and beyond the frame. Aaron, how are you?
Sexual.
That's a little bit too descriptive. And might I add, I don't agree with that. Let's get on with it. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
You got 7 seconds, so here we go. Actually, what's the best orientation? We'll go this way. On the pad. Here we go, Rose. Brace yourself. It's time for Aaron. 7 seconds. Take it easy. But
Wagon wheels make me hungry.
Yes! How good are wagon wheels?
Too good.
Can you get me on?
No.
Bloody guys is useless. Actually, I'm just not sure if everyone will understand that. A wagon wheel, I don't know if everybody knows what a wagon wheel is. It's like, I don't even know if do they make them anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't.
Oh, yeah, they do.
What, you just eat them for breakfast, lunch and dinner, don't you?
Right.
Okay.
Cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Whatever. Wagon wheels, just like a little chocolate biscuit jam treat. They're really nice. They are nice. I haven't had one in ages. Now I want one. Okay, Rose, let's actually get on with the photograph. Here, I like what you're doing here. I like how you're using the pumpkins to create a line and lead the viewer's eye into the subject. That's great. The wagon wheel, as such, on the right. Nice placement. Again, a nice pattern and some nice lines being created from the spokes on the wheel, which make it interesting for us to look at. A few things to note here. The first thing I would say is that the lighting, I can tell, is a little bit bright, a little bit hot. So you've said you've taken this between 10 and 2. Is that what you said? Yeah, okay. Between 10 and 2. So this may have been around midday. So it's quite a top-down white light. It's not always the best light. That's okay. You do the best with what you've got. The other thing is the background is quite distracting. So these people, there's a lady with a red top, some other lady there with sunglasses on. I would have actually tried to frame them out somehow, so finding a different angle. In this case, if you moved to the left, step back a bit. So step back so that you're not cutting off the bottom of that pumpkin, move to the left, and ended the photograph on the top left-hand side with that pink fence. That way, all we'd have is wagon wheel, pumpkins, and flowers, and I think that would simplify the photograph more. So simplify the photograph, eliminate distractions. That's all we're trying to do. Thanks, Rose. Let's go to the next one. Alex Robertson. What's up, Alex? And Alex is from Queensland, Australia. Sony A55 and a 70-200mm lens. So these were taken during the bushfires in Queensland. Firefighters were working diligently, minimising damage and making sure no lives were lost. Okay, cool. Alex, I like this photograph. Really, it's kind of a unique moment, I think, in photographic history. We don't always see bushfires like this, so great job in capturing that. You can see like a really nice orange fiery sky, so we do have an idea about what's going on here, which is good. So you've captured the moment well, and it kind of expresses itself without needing a description, which is good. The thing is, I think this photograph is a little bit dark, especially in the foreground. I would almost brighten up the foreground more and leave the background as it is, because if you brighten up the background, then we're going to lose some of that detail in the orange water spray / smoke situation up there. So there's that, and also I think I would have maybe moved, like the horizon that you put here is kind of it's close to the center. It's not on the center, but I don't think it's low enough to be on the lower third line. So I would have moved your camera up a little bit so that the horizon is a little bit lower. That's the only thing I can think of. Alex, actually, I've just noticed this. Your logo in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm not too sure about that one, Alex. It's kind of a weird font. I don't know what sort of, whether that's like a business or whether that's, I don't know what sort of photography you do, but if the sort of photography that you do doesn't really match the font that you've chosen, get rid of it. It's really complicated. I don't know whether it's a C or a G, probably a G. AGR photography. It's red on black. I don't know. I don't know about your logo, but I probably want to rethink that. Use a simpler font. Simplify things. Thanks, Alex. Let's go to the last one from Brianna. Brianna is from New South Wales, shooting with a D7000, that's a Nikon, and the 18 to 105mm lens. Taken at Phillip Island, okay, from New South Wales, coming down to Victoria to shoot at Phillip Island. Brianna, I really like this photograph. This is very like Hollywood style, I would say here. Maybe I'm going a little bit far with that, but I love the simplicity. That's the first thing I noticed. The simplicity is amazing, and I love simplicity, in case you haven't worked that out already. I can see that you've done a bit of post-processing, because looks like, and you've done it well, it looks like you've brought down the exposure on the top half of the photograph so that we can see a little bit more detail in the skies, but it also, look, I can't work out whether that's, yeah, no, obviously that's the sun, yeah. So, good post-processing. I love the silhouette, I love the composition. If anything, maybe what I would have done, because it looks like in this case that you've got quite a nice cloud line going on, I would have moved the camera up a bit more. Place the subject down a little bit more to the left, just a tiny bit. Move the horizon down a bit, and so we can see more of the clouds. But great shot, Brianna. Great lighting, good composition. Technically, it looks nice and sharp. That's about it. And that's it for episode number 20, folks. We shall see you next time.